Hey friends, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about feeling overwhelmed sometimes and what you can do and what's worked for me and yeah, what that looks like, I guess, and that I guess just mostly so you can know that you're not alone. I think as I notice a lot of Lyme people, we get really overwhelmed and full of anxiety like pretty easily. I think, and stressed out, like over little things. And so I've learned over the years, over the last like 10 years, a couple of things that have helped me along the way. So hopefully this can be encouraging to you guys, and hopefully you can just think about it and see if it's something you can do to just be more aware, more conscious about what's kind of triggering you to not feel good, and take action on those things. So definitely one thing is just figuring out what my triggers are. I'm super sensitive and I get really overstimulated when it comes to like noise, especially. Yeah, some days I can't hear and I'm just like, what? I can't hear you guys. Other days everything's like hypersensitive. That's a pretty typical Lyme thing with your eyes also. And so for me, yes, audio and visual stimulation is a huge thing that can get really overwhelmed. And I have a big family. We have 5 kids, and there's action going on all the time. And so when it comes to like social things, just really be aware of, start thinking about like how long you can really be there until you started it's okay. Forgive me. I have Lyme and I can't talk very well some days. And thanks guys. I can feel your love from here. Thank you for giving me grace. That's why I also want to say I don't edit my videos, because I'm a real person and I'm showing you that I'm not perfect, because I'm not perfect. And so yeah, that's what it's all about. I'm not perfect. Either are you, because we're all human, right? All right. So know what your triggers are. Try to be aware of about like how long you can take a certain situation. If it's a social party, let's say, or whether it's like a sporting event or a grocery store even, like what's your time limit until you feel like, okay, I've had enough, I'm done, I gotta go. I know after that, like once I've hit that point, I tend to get really like frustrated, irritable, snappy with people around me, and then I get anxiety. So you can kind of almost like it builds and builds and builds. So try to find out, how long that building is for you. So if you're at the store and let's say it's a crowded store, well, try not to go when it's not so crowded. That will help you out. Sporting events, like you gotta pick and choose what you can handle. Or maybe, if it's like your kids' baseball games or football or whatever sport it might be, or any activity. It could be music, it could be anything, whatever events that you go to or enjoy, or your kids are a part of, your family's a part of, even just like visiting with friends sometimes. We have 5 kids, so when another family, we all get together, that can be a lot of kids at once if they're also like big families. And so I get to my point where I'm like, okay, I'm enough. And I don't want to be a crabby mom when I get home. And so I need to know, kind of let my friends know too. Say, hey, we can only do this for an hour. And I know it's going to be a busy time and lots of noise and stuff and everyone's having fun. I don't want to be a party pooper, but I also need to know my limitations. I need to know that I need to be the best person I can be for people around me. And also for myself, for my own well-being, because I don't like feeling that way too. So know what that limit is, that time limit. Be aware of like, okay, I lasted an hour or 2 hours. Maybe it's only 20 minutes, you guys. It's okay. No, and some days will be different, but check in with yourself and be like, I'm starting to get that like feeling, so hey, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's okay, but it's time to go. That's all. You shouldn't have to explain yourself away. Hopefully you communicate to your partner if you're married, and also your kids to say, sometimes mommy just needs to go, or daddy needs to go, whatever it might be. Say, we gotta go. It's enough. So I don't want to be grumpy later. And so just, find what your triggers are though. Sometimes it's movement of people or things around you. Sometimes it's noise. Sometimes it's audio. Sometimes it's bright lights, which is visual. But you don't want to have a seizure somewhere. So bright lights can or headaches, trigger headaches. So just really start being aware of like asking yourself, like, and maybe it's after you get frustrated and you come home and you're like, man, I'm really snappy, I'm really sorry. But it's like, what did I do today that really got me to that point? And think about those, and then try to avoid avoid putting yourself in a place where you're gonna get triggered by those being overstimulated. And then you get the anxiety and stuff like that. Also, think of things you can do in the moment of relaxing your body and getting yourself ready. I've started using CBD oil, and that has really helped for my anxiety. And if I know I'm going somewhere that I really want to be there for my family or friends or whatnot, and it's going to be really overwhelming for me, but I want to kind of just like push that limit a little bit, I'm going to make sure I have CBD oil, in my system like an hour before I go, so that I am more calm. So that might give me an extra 20 minutes with that social obligation or that situation, or maybe it's like parent conferences, or I don't know, it could be anything. So just figure out what triggers you for that stress and anxiety, and just do your best to lessen it. That's all you can do sometimes, is do your best and lessen those things in a positive way, so that you are being the best person that you can be, and you're being the best person for not only you, but for the people around you, because we don't want to be crabby, limey people, right? We want to try to be happy and positive, even despite this little war going on inside of our body. All right, bye-bye, guys. Thanks for bearing with me.